Spontaneous speaking video number 13. I don't know what that just was. Okay, first things first, I am recording my first spontaneous speaking video from my iPad. Now, it is even harder to do this than on my phone, especially David told me that I should start making my videos this way rather than, the vertical type of way. But this is kind of difficult. Just like I said in the last video, like not being able to see myself and like just focusing on looking at the camera, but I don't know, maybe it's something I'll get better on. But yeah, I bought myself a new iPad. That thing was hefty. I threw it all on my credit card. Hopefully my parents are not watching this because they don't know that I have a credit card yet. I'm planning to tell them before 2017 though. Anyway, I've been doing a good job, until now. Well, actually, no, I'm still doing a good job. That's gonna be something I have to pay off, but it's an investment, and that's exactly why I'm talking about this video. So what I'm talking about in this video. So before we even get into that, second thing I wanna say is it's my birthday. I usually don't get excited about my birthday. This year, nothing new. In fact, this has been the worst week of my whole entire semester. But, we're just gonna keep on pushing through that because I've watched something about the law of attraction and, I've read a lot of scriptures on, remaining positive and being joyful and thankful in all situations, and I wanna continue to be that way. Honestly, I'm just very thankful for becoming 22 now. I'm very thankful for the extra year that God has added onto my life. And most of you are wondering, just like a lot of people today at school were, if I'm dressed up because of my birthday. Actually, I would say about 70% of the people that I know don't even know that it's my birthday. But, that's cool because I don't really talk about it much. But the answer is no. I'm actually dressed up for a presentation that I had to do today. And that presentation was 200 points, y'all. 200 points. It was me and 4 other people, and we were talking about family roles and a whole bunch of other stuff. But that's gonna be a story for another day. What I basically wanted to say today is that I can't help but rhyme, but what I'm basically trying to say today is that school is actually getting in my way. Now let me explain. Honestly, I would much rather attend classes by my own choice than to be forced or to pay to attend classes that I need for a degree and stuff like that. And I've just been seeing that more and more. And I think my main issue is that I have to take classes such as math and biology and just a whole bunch of other general study type of stuff. And even some of the communications classes that I'm taking, I'm just come on, man, really, do I really have to learn this? And I just feel for those of you who don't know, my vision is to one day become either a personal development coach, a youth pastor, or itinerary/public speaker. Somebody that's traveling around the world and to schools, churches, conferences, and motivating people, speaking to them. I could even be all 3 of them. I could be a youth pastor that's stationed at one church but travels every now and then to speak to people. And I actually plan on using MBTI, the Myers-Briggs type indicator that I always talk about, to help people reach their full potential. And I think that most of the stuff that I've been learning has come from YouTube, books, and just talking about it with other people. And almost none of it has come from school. Now, I'm not saying that school is unnecessary. In fact, I think that school is very necessary, and I think that it's very beneficial, but it seems like a very one-size-fits-all type of thing. And I feel like it's just such a bad way on gauging someone's wisdom, not even someone's wisdom, someone's knowledge, someone's capabilities. I believe that as I am right now, I'm maybe not fully capable, but I'm pretty much capable enough. of setting off and doing my career. I believe that I have a whole bunch of potential within me that school is not necessarily bringing out like it's supposed to, but it's actually hindering. And that's not cool. It's not cool at all. I feel like I can be using all of this that I have within me to now go out into the world and already start beginning, throwing myself into churches or, writing books or, just becoming like self-taught or something, focusing on things that I want to do in life. Oprah Winfrey, who's also an ENFJ like I am, she is known to be terrible at math, like me. A lot of ENFJs actually tend to be terrible at math because we have introverted thinking as our last cognitive function. We're just better with things having to do with people. And that's why Oprah is doing what she's doing right now. Who cares if she doesn't know what the Pythagorean theorem is and this formula and that formula? Why would she have to know any of that? She can hire somebody to do that stuff for her. Why don't we focus on who we're supposed to be, enhance those abilities, and just learn the basics of the other stuff, and then we can move on. And we should not be required to learn those basics. And I feel like a lot of the math and everything else is not even really like basics. Like the general studies that we're learning is not really basics in my opinion. It's more of just nonsense. Like I really don't know when I'm gonna be using a lot of the stuff in life. I really don't. And if anything, I can just call somebody else to help me with whatever I'm struggling with. And so that's one of my main problems. And I feel like right now I'm just at a spot where, especially like the past couple of weeks, as I'm learning that I might not even be done with school the next semester. And this is due to, all of the classes that we had to take here at Liberty University. There's a lot of Bible classes, and I should have loaded on more, but who wants to do 18 credits every semester and then do bad in them and have to end up doing them all over again? I tried to take it a lot easier, and even when I did, I had classes like math that were slaying me, and then that, when I put all of my focus on that, it would allow my other classes to hinder, and it's why am I even putting so much energy in something that I'm not gonna be using in the future? I just don't understand. And I feel now I'm at a point where the only reasons why I'm in school is, yes, I do want the education. Yes, I do want to be learning about a lot of these things, especially my communications classes. It's been helpful, but I am mostly just trying to get a degree. I'm just trying to graduate. And that's not good. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be, but in my opinion, I don't like that. I want to be driven. I want to feel like what I'm doing is, everything that I'm doing is for a great purpose. That everything that I'm doing, everything that I'm learning right now will be used in the future. And it's not slowing me down, but it's equipping me so that I can go out and do it. But right now, a lot of the classes that I take, a lot of the things that I'm being graded for, just seems to be latches, and I just cannot stand that right now. And so my whole spiel is essentially that I believe that school is just not for everyone. Now, this isn't my announcement saying that I'm gonna drop out or anything, but I just feel like this has been something that I've always heard, people dropping out and everything. And I've always been like, why would you do that? And I have African parents, so they believe education is everything. If you don't have your education, if you don't grow up to become a lawyer or a doctor, then you have to move out of the house. My parents aren't like that, thankfully. But my relatives and a lot of other people's parents that I know that are African, they're like that. And a lot of American parents are like that too. And it's just, why is everything put on a degree? I feel like I don't need a degree to become what I need to be. I really don't. I feel like if I were to, at this moment, leave school and just set off focusing all of my energy into these videos, into my blog site. For those of you who don't know it, DEEZY blessed.wordpress.com. Or if I, focused on spoken word poetry and just enhancing all of my abilities, helping people personally develop and charging people for that, starting my own business once I get really good at that, I feel like I could make a living, a great career, doing things that I love without that degree. But if I were to start that, not only would I be looked down upon by society, my parents, possibly even Jamila's parents. I don't know that for sure. I'm just saying possibly, because it's a very traditional thing. Like every parent's like, oh, you need an education. You need a college degree, and it's like, come on. Like, I'm really starting to get to an apathetic point. It's like, why is this so necessary? And the only reason why I'm even aiming to do that now is simply so that I do not get that type of reproach. Some jobs won't even hire you just because you don't have a college degree, and some jobs will only hire you just because you have a college degree, even if somebody who doesn't have a college degree is more capable than the person who does. And I think that's sad. So that's basically my spiel. Like most of my other spontaneous speaking videos, I don't really have like a organizational type of thing that I was trying to say. It was just more of a rant, something to like get off my chest, to start discussion, see how many of you guys agree with me. And I also want you to check out this poem. Look it up on YouTube. For those of you who haven't seen it, it's called I Just Sued the School System. And I think it's absolutely fantastic. Like, the guy that wrote it, he was pretty much exactly in line with what I was saying. I was already feeling this way before I saw the poem, but then when I saw the poem, I was like, yes, that's right. And on top of that, I'm feeling as if Steve Jobs dropped out of college and he just started sitting through auditing, that's what it's called, auditing classes of his own preference. Next thing you know, we all know how successful he became. I wish that I could do the same thing. I wish that instead of creating all of this debt, racking up all of this debt for my mother, I could just attend certain classes that I wanted to attend, or at least pay for those classes and still be able to get my degree, as opposed to, oh no, in order to get a degree in communications, you have to take this class of math and biology. Why? I don't understand why I have to take Math 115 if I'm trying to become a public speaker, a motivational speaker, or personal development coach. I just don't get the logic behind that. Maybe it's because I haven't taken math yet, so I'm not really good with logic. I don't know. But that's my spiel. Many of you may be wondering, why am I so angry on my birthday? I'm not angry, I'm just frustrated. I'm also kind of chilling. I've quickly learned that when you get into college, if your birthday falls on the week of or the week before finals like mine does, your birthday doesn't really matter. And I'm not saying that as in like everybody pity me type of way. It's just, that's just how it is. And so I've learned not to like expect anything or much from it, which is totally fine. There's a time for everything, and I believe in the future there'll be plenty of times where I'm going to celebrate it to the max. Right now, I'll just focus on school, try and graduate, get married, and then I can start life. Wish me luck. Done.